1. What up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here with my boy Slim, here on the part of Luxury Gaming, and we are here today with the one, the only, Paulie Aronson, who just won the 250th YCS here in Los Angeles because he got the trophy. He got the prize card. Paulie just ran it back because you guys, he's a remote duel champ too. But now y'all can't talk nothing about my boy because now he got the real championship in real life. So ain't no fluke. My boy Paulie out here. Any thoughts on the tournament experience of the weekend, my friend?
It was really cool. I thought I was gonna do really bad this weekend, and that didn't happen. I don't know. So
Didn't happen,
it's funny because this past week I even said to my friends I did no testing this week, and usually I grind, I test a ton, but I guess I've been playing the deck enough over the past couple months that it came through, and yeah, it was a good weekend. It was long, but it was smooth, and I had a great time.
Yeah. Feels good to win a 3,200 person YCS, don't it, brother? I'm so happy for you. And you were playing what deck today, my friend? Or this weekend, I guess.
Kashtira, pure cash.
Pure cash. All right. Let's go ahead and start with shoutouts. I'm sure you have a bunch of those.
Shout out to my team, Luxury Gaming.
Boom. Check out the hoodie. Yo.
Shout out to all the people who lent me cards this weekend. Shout out to Joe Palmieri. Okay, so a quick story. This morning at 8:45 a.m., I realized that the bottle of water I threw in my bag for later opened up in my bag and destroyed all of my cards.
Water damage,
and
y'all.
you guys might remember from my last deck profile from Costa Rica where I got second, that also happened there.
Poor Paulie,
I have a problem,
bro.
So,
but this time you won, though.
I did win this time. And this time was also my friend's cards. So, shout out to Joe Palmieri for lending me, literally 2 decks and lending me a Sprite deck and a Cash deck so I could choose. And I destroyed all his cards. So I'm replacing all of my Promise Joe. And shout out to everyone else who came through this morning and helped me recreate my deck. And shout out to Brad and Hani, they're my 2 main testing partners. They're both insane. They're awesome. I wouldn't be able to do this well without them. And everyone else, all my friends.
Oh, I love
everyone
it.
in the community.
Yes, awesome, Paulie. Let's go ahead and jump into the profile. I know you're tired, you're hungry, and let's check out that 250th prize card too. Look at that, the ultra rare, bro. Oh, let's get it, Paulie. Let's see it.
All right, so we got our 3 Unicorn Standard, 3 Fenrir, 2 Rise Her. Some people play 1. I definitely 2 definitely comes up to be able to search another one on the following turn. 1, 1, 1. Some people don't play this either. I think similar to this, just it's more about just having a second copy of even if they're the same name, it would almost be fine. It's just in case your 1 gets banished off of your opponent's Diablos or a Runic card or even your own Desires, just having a second copy is good. This card was really bad, or so this card's basically to enable you to be able to do the full 5-zone lock combo, because without this it's very hard. It takes it takes 4 combo pieces to do the 5-zone lock. If you don't have this in the deck, it takes 3 combo pieces if you do have this in the deck. There's a very specific order you have to do the combo in, and you have to go Shangri-Ira, Rise Heart, banish big. You do not banish Big Bang. You banish Scareclaw or Kashtira, and then you make a Rise Heart. You activate Theosis. Most of you guys probably know the combo. Then you go you summon this from deck.
Yeah.
The Theosis triggers, it gets banished. You add back the Scareclaw of that. So you turn Rise Heart into searching you a free extender. That's the only way to do it. And then this gets the Big Bang. Then you banish the Big Bang to summon the Scareclaw, and then it ends up getting you enough extenders that you can do the 2 Shangri-Iras, the Diablos, and the Rise Heart. It takes 7 extenders. So I did the full 5-zone lock twice this weekend. I think one of the times was just with 4 hard combo pieces. I think I only actually used this to search the Big Bang once. So I didn't play prep either. I just wanted it in the deck to be able to enable that combo. I think prep's not great, but I don't think I'd play either of them again next time. But I don't know. Yeah, I probably wouldn't. All right.
So you thought a Rise Heart Pass was a better play most of the games?
So I'm not a big fan of Rise Heart Pass. I think so. I feel you're playing around Nib, but you're playing into any 1-for-1 board breaker card. Book of Moon, enemy controller, a single tactics, a kaiju, infinite impermanence, a gamma on their turn. Any one of those cards breaks your entire board because a Rise Heart is now your entire board.
Yeah.
So I think you have to just put on Better Have Nib each game. I pretty much always go for
Zone lock.
full combo, which is like I said, I don't generally do the full 5-zone lock because it takes a lot of combo pieces to be able to do that. But I'll usually just the standard the soft lock, Diablos, Arise Heart, Shangri-Ira, lock 3 zones, and then if they don't have a board breaker, that's literally, it's still game. Like,
Yeah.
whether it's a 3-zone lock or a 5-zone lock, either way, like, they have to see non-engine to beat it, because you immediately lock the other 2 remaining monster zones if they don't. So, I'm a big fan of, like, I think, like, the soft block is almost as good as the 5-zone lock, but, obviously there's times where, like, if your hand can do it, like, you go for the 5-zone lock.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Because blocking the back row prevents them from having that, most of the non-engine cards that exist. So anyway,
True.
but yeah, I usually would just do like this. I would go for it, do the soft block, and yeah, I did a Rise Heart pass I think once, and I think I lost that game.
Oh, fair. So you
Yeah.
stopped doing it.
Same thing happened like 2 weeks ago. I did it like once, and then it lost that game. So anyway, 3 Ash, 3 Field Spell, Terraforming, 3 Birth, 3 Theos. Some people only play 2 of this. I think like it's a combo piece. It's an extender. You want to max out on them. Also, like I play Desires in this deck. So just like I don't know. I think definitely having 3 like can come up. I just like to max out on most of the Kashtira cards. 3 Prosperity, 2 Desires. I think this is really cool. I think like once Jesse like, I think he was the first one to like do this. I think that was like, this is my favorite card in the game. I love Desires. Like
Desires.
I try to play it in like any deck I can. So like once I saw people were doing that, I tested it and I was like, this is insane. Sometimes you'll see them together. If you do, what you can do is like you can Desires first. If they ash it, you didn't draw, so you can legally Prosperity. That happened once this weekend where I Desires first, it got ashed, then you can Prosperity. If you Prosperity and that gets ashed, you can't Desires because of the way the restrictions worded. So you can only do it with the reverse. But it's a little bit awkward because generally you want to like turn 1 if you open both. Like Prosperity is the one you'd rather use turn 1 because it sets up banishing your fusions to put under a Rise Heart. But if you want to try to like I don't know, bait ash and then you do the other one. So it's debatable which one you do first, but it wasn't too bad. I only drew them together a couple times. I also always side out one of the Prosperities going second, so that because like when you're seeing 6 cards, it's like even higher chance of seeing 2 of these together. So going second, I'll take one of the Prosperities out, so it's only 4 pots, and going first, I'll keep all 5 in. And I really like these. Overall, I drew like the deck was very consistent all weekend, and I think the pots definitely help.
So barely break this weekend.
Okay.
I like it. 2
Tactics, 2 Econ, 3 Book. These are like the tech, like the board breaker cards. I was concerned about playing these. I almost, after I submitted my deck list, had wished these had been like kaijus, just so that, because like I was worried if the opponent does the 5-zone lock in the mirror, if everyone's going for that, like to lock all 5 back row, then like these would all just be irrelevant, and like I'm just gonna lose the lock. So I almost wish these had been kaijus. In the tournament, I don't think I ever got hit with the 5-zone lock.
Broke.
And like post game 1-2, like when I have 9 hand traps in, like it only takes 1 hand trap to stop him from doing the 5-zone lock because it physically takes every extender in the deck to do the full lock. Like I said before. So yeah, these ended up being really good. Econ too. Like if this had been the kaiju, like I think it would have been a lot worse because there were a lot of games this weekend where I literally like going first, like Econ was really good as an interrupt, like as a trap, which is why I specifically built the deck to have like all the cards be cards that were live going both first and second. And it worked out well, so I was very happy with this. Some of my attacks dead going first actually, but usually it's pretty good. 3 Imperm, Big Bang.
40 cards, yeah?
Yep, 40.
Nice.
3 Rise Heart comes up in the mirror. If you only play 2, they're gonna pick your 2 off easily, so you gotta play 3 for the mirror. 2 Shangri-Ira, 2 Big Eye, similar. Like this is a good card in the mirror. Like I like to be able to have one, so they can't just get it with Diablos. They'll usually go for Dark Armed, but that's fine. You don't really need that. 2 Zeus, same thing. You gotta play 2 of us for the mirror. 1 Diablos, 1 Draco Sack. Draco Sack's cool. I don't play Donner. I prefer Draco Sack because like it's similar where you can just turn 2 bodies into like a pop, but there's situations where like you want it, like you can, 1, this can hit back row with which Donner can't, and 2, like this clears your own board. Like you never use a token effect. You just make it so that you can pop a card and clear your own board with 1 card. That's why this is good in the deck. It comes up once in a while. I play Ibli, and then these are really good for Prosperity. I don't like Entis because the vast majority of the times when they're outing the Rise Heart, it's before they put any other cards on the board. It's either with a Kaiju or an Eclipse. Even though Eclipse lost popularity, I didn't see much Eclipse at all this weekend. But like Kaijus were very popular, and like this makes it so that rather than Entis, which like pops immediately and then doesn't do anything if they didn't have any cards on the field, this like on your following turn is a resource can pop, and that came up in a grind game this weekend. That was really good, once or twice I think. And then the side. 3 Gamma Driver, this is one of the best cards in the deck. I won so many games going second just by gamming. Like, the ceiling on the decks aren't that crazy right now to where, like, 1 Gamma can, like, really impact most of the decks in the format pretty badly. Like, I won a lot of mirrors just by gamming the Unicorn, and they'd end on, like, a very, like, mid-board, and then the board breaker spells would just get there. 3 shifter. I don't think I resolved this card this weekend, sadly. I drew it going as my 6th card once against Mathmech. That was cool, but the idea was, yeah, I was starting to have some trouble with Mathmech in testing, so I wanted a card that covered like some of the issue matchups like Mathmech. Also covers, it's really good against Runic, and of course like Tear. So, is that 2 Dark Ruler? It's almost as good as Eclipse in the mirror, but it's doubles, like, it's way better versus Sprite. Against like this, I didn't play any Sprite this weekend randomly, but in theory, like that was one of the decks that has been really popular lately, and I wanted to be prepared for that deck. This is basically for Sprite, while also doubling as like it can go against pretty much anything. So I ended up not playing Eclipse all this weekend. I actually ended up just playing the Moons in the main, and then this instead in the side. Also Insane versus not Runic. Like I said to somebody yesterday, I was like, yeah, like against them, like this is one of the best ways to break the Napvies lock, where they do like Napvies Baron. And then that actually came up in finals, so that was awesome.
Yeah, that was insane.
And then the last thing, 6 go first cards.
Ooh.
The last thing is the 6 go first cards. A lot of people cut Ibly this over the last couple weeks. I think like the only issue with it is sometimes you need your normal for birth, so like sometimes it can conflict. But like overall, this is one of the most impactful cards in the format. It's so good. Every deck just gets like basically OTK by this card, you put everything in defense, and then like you just Arise Heart the normal summon. Even if they have a card to deal with the Arise Heart, then they still have to waste their normal summon, like link it off without getting an effect. Like if you just have any other non-engine piece, like Book of Moon is just the Book of Moon with this combo is insane. And 3 Judgment is just a really good generic going first card. This deck doesn't go to time much, so you don't really need to worry about the life point cost. And that's it. I didn't really get to use it really much because some of my matches were 2-0, and I didn't get to actually side going first that much. But
hey, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Where like this card was soloed. So, and like I said, downside is can make you a little vulnerable to Ash because when you can't use Birth because you've already used your normal, if they Ash on your Theosis, then it gets a little awkward. But at that point, they still have to link with it, waste their normal summon to deal with it. So, anyways, we gotta get packed up, I think. But that's that deck. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you, Paulie. Congratulations on getting first place.
Thank you.
You're the best. Everyone's happy for you. I'm happy for you. And congratulations. Thanks for the deck profile.